Bring them on, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what's up, my people, and welcome to the Sn95 Power Channel. So you're looking at this box and you are like, Walter, what the heck is going on? So I'm about to get serious about painting this car, and I'm going to paint it here in the house. But the problem is this is a attached garage, and I don't want these fumes just lingering up in this garage. So I need a way to A, get the fumes out, and B, filter those fumes. What I came up with, in the intro, you saw that little air scrubber. You know, I saw it at work, and it just was like one of those aha moments. So I'm like, I know there's got to be some kind of way to make a DIY version of an air scrubber. So I came across a Corsi Rosenthal filter box. So basically, that's like a whole bunch of air filters. You know, people would just like get a whole bunch of MERV, whatever, rated air filters, get a box fan, and you build these filters around the box fan. So the thing with the box fan is, you know, it's not gonna flow that much CFMs. And it just got me thinking, I've got this Mark 8 fan right here. What if I try to make one of those things using a Mark 8 fan? Mark 8 fan will allegedly, depending on what year you have, can flow up to 3,000 CFM. So that's plan A. Plan B is in this box right here. So my idea is to use this box and set this fan right here. Now, the idea between, you know, the Corsi Rosenthal box, or, you know, however you pronounce that, you know, they basically just use duct tape to make that box. But let me show you my idea. All right, guys, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna put these little pegs on here and make a stand. So I'll, you know, have one on 4, like that. And this would be facing, you know, out towards the garage. So right now it's facing up. I don't want it blowing up. I want it blowing out towards the garage. So this will be facing horizontal instead of vertical. And I'll have these little legs on it as a stand. And then I've got these filters that I'm gonna cut and mold this into this box, 2 on this side, and on the back side of it, I'll have filters going across. So I'll have filter here, filter on the other side, and filters running across the bottom. So Mark 8 fan will blow out and it will pull the air in through the filter openings on the box. So that's my thought behind it. Is it gonna work? I don't know. That's why I have plan B. So let's get started on this. All right, so the first thing I wanna do is I wanna reinforce this box. So I got a glue gun and glue sticks. I got duct tape on the edges. And so what I'm gonna do is just run some glue up in those seams to try to reinforce the box. And then I'll put some more duct tape on the outside of it. All right, cheap glue gun. So I probably should have spent a little bit more money on a glue gun, but it got the job done. So I just got some glue in these seams just for rigidity. Hope that helps. And so now we're gonna start layering more duct tape on here. Actually, I'm gonna need this glue gun a little bit more. right, so that's the stage 1 of the design. Stage 2, kind of want to get this like this. Just high enough off the ground where we have airflow coming from underneath. Yeah, so let's mark all these. It's the icky stuff right here. Alright, so this is kind of what I'm looking for. That's on the tall side, so it would be flipped up the other way around. Alright, so I have my pegs mounted, so now I'm about to cut out my filter on the bottom and the top. Alright, so I got my lid off, and so now I need to seal this onto the box. Now, I wish I had more glue, but this glue gun was horrible. This glue gun was horrible. So I might have to go get a new glue gun and give it a try. So I have my airflow direction in the right way. The Mark 8 fan is going to, oops, it's the wrong way. This is going to pull air. It's going to pull air into this box. So I need the air flowing in towards the box. All right, got the GoPro back working. So now I'm just taking the glue gun and I want to try to seal some of this as best as I can. I'll let that cool off some. Looks nice and tacky. Let's hit the inside of it. I'm gonna be highly disappointed if this doesn't work. This is a lot of freaking work. So I gotta get seal on the outside. Get seal going that way. All right, so this is gonna be sucking air in. I don't really have any gaps in here, so I'm gonna go straight to the tape. My fear is this tape is gonna get ripped right off. So I'm gonna put some glue on the edges of this tape. Goop this some more, pedestal. All right, so I glued the inside. Now I'm gonna work my way around the perimeter of the outside. So now this is it. Let's figure out how we're gonna get this buddy on here. And I'm really just gonna duct tape the crap out of it. So my thought is, I don't really have to have the green one on there super tight because it's gonna receive the majority of the pulling force. So let's grab some duct tape and see how we can affix this on here. I am gonna put some glue on here because I'm not too worried about damaging this. So I put some glue on it. I can always just throw it on the edges, just kind of like tacking it on. And so when I want to break it off, it's just gonna be a couple of pieces. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing. And I don't see any reason why it shouldn't perform. I'm scared that it's gonna pull so much air that it might rip these filters right off. I have no idea what the CFM rating of these filters are. But like I said, I'm counting on the majority of the flow to come directly from that green filter. And I got one more thing I'm gonna put over that green filter. I got some holes up in here. But this is not going to affect CFM. Everything should get filtered through the Sn95 power box. It's a little unstable. So yeah, it's gonna tip. So I'm gonna need some kind of counterweight on the back of this just to make sure it doesn't fall. So what I'll probably do is just get some channel locks, some vice grips, and put it right on that. But yeah, here's my little contraption. Oh, one more thing. Some carbon filters. So I'm hoping this will help kick down the odor of the paint. Yeah, that's mighty sturdy, and it's very front heavy. All right, so here it is in all its glory, the Sn95 Power Box. So we have a MERV 11 filter on the top. You look up in there, MERV 11 filter on the bottom. This is just, I don't even know what kind of filter that is back there. But then behind it, you have another filter. So what's going to happen, airflow is going to get pulled in. So it's going to pull air in from the top, pull air in from the bottom, and pull air in from this way. And it's going to blow it out. Super excited to try it, but the problem is I don't have the plug for this thing. So I'm gonna go to the junkyard and I'm gonna get the plug, and I'm going to test this thing versus that thing in the box. So the whole point of me doing this, in case you're new to the channel, is I am spray painting my car in the garage. And you know, I have a respirator, but this is an attached garage. Saying so, you know, I want to try to keep as many fumes out of the house as possible. I can have the garage door open, but I'm still going to get fumes in here. I've tried like a little floor blower fan. It helps, but it's not enough. And so I was just searching online, and I came up with the, I can't think of the name of that box. I put the name on here someplace. But then when I was at work, I saw an air scrubber. And so, you know, I just had all these ideas, and this is like the best thing I could come up with. This is a Lincoln Mark 8 fan. This is like one of the highest CFM fans that you can use to cool off your vehicle. It's very popular in the Mustang community. And so I had one of these laying around. I'm just like, hey, let me put this to use. So what I'm gonna do is, when I'm spray painting, I'm gonna have this, let's see, probably, gosh, I need both hands. So as I'm spraying, I'm gonna have this thing close right there. So as I spray, all that stuff should just get sucked into it. And as I work my way down the car, I'll keep moving it that way. And this is a air scrubber. I'll put the air scrubber over here by the door. So what the air scrubber is going to do is going to pull in some residue also, but then it's going to force it this way towards the higher CFM fan and try to get all that stuff out the garage. So that's my theory of how it's going to work. I can't wait to try it, and we'll find out tomorrow. All right, y'all, we're back. I got my plug harness, and now the only thing left to do is to see if it's going to work. So to make sure this thing doesn't tip over, I just got a 5-pound weight and a pair of vice grips on that. So let's just make sure that spins freely. There's nothing in the way. Oh crap. All right, slight modification to the plug. Now let's try it. Like, that's why the Mustang community love these Mark 8 fans. That's 3,000 CFM, allegedly. All right, let me do this. Let me get this mounted on here. All right, so So I'm concerned about the back filter. Concerned if this back filter is going to fly off, because if that back filter flies off, this would be disastrous, because it would chop up that green mesh and send all that stuff flying on my paint job. Whoa, look at that. It's getting sucked right up. Yeah, I like it. That was awesome. Like, this thing is definitely going to move particulates. Now, the one thing that I didn't really think about, and I'm only using this just to paint the car, so it's kind of like a disposable thing. So if I wanted to change these filters, I've got this glued on here. So if I want to keep this thing, I would have to like cut the filter off, put another filter on top and tape it. But I think this is a success. So let me think of a way I can try to test this out. All right, so I just thought about something. How about I kick up some dust? So I'm not gonna disturb this. I'm just gonna kind of put this right here. This will be about the height that I have my garage door open as I'm spray painting. Yeah, so let me think about this charcoal filter right here. It's not really getting embedded inside of it, but not a lot of particulates that fell on the ground. It pretty much pulled all that stuff in, so I think that's pretty good. So I put this up, and this is the underneath side. And gosh, I said as you can see, but look at all the overspray that this pulled up from underneath. You can see, you saw the backside. Same with the top. You know, look at all that overspray this thing pulled in. Man, I definitely recommend trying to build one of these. Now, as far as the paint went, there's not hardly any trash on this thing. Like, I got a real, like, there's one right there. There's another one right there. A little small piece right there. But as far as trash coming down on this, gosh, I'm not saying like this is as good as a spray booth, but for like a DIY garage paint job, man, this I think this is hard to beat. So tell me what you guys think. I mean, the most expensive thing out of this build, of course, is the Mark 8 fan. I obviously had mine sitting around. Material-wise, the MERV 11 filter was, gosh, how much was that thing? A pack of 4 was $34. I used the cardboard box that the filters came in. That's really the frame of the enclosure. The pegs I bought from Walmart, they were like $2 a piece. So, and not including the fan, maybe $50. If you include the fan, you know, just depending how you order it. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a Mark 8 fan. I think the Mark 8 fan is the best because, you know, you've heard it and you've seen it. But, you know, maybe you can experiment around with some other fans. It's definitely better than just using a box fan. Like, there's no way I would have gotten all that overspray out of here with that box fan. And like I say, I don't have trash. Like, I know I keep saying that because I'm kind of amazed. And I had the garage door cracked me open, not all the way, but probably 2 feet. And, you know, that Mark 8 fan was blowing out that way. And so, you know, you figure it was, you know, the air was hitting the door and creating turbulence, and no trash, no big chunks of anything on this. So tell me what you guys think. I think this is a winner. If you're serious about painting your car in your own garage, this is a winner. Like, fumes wise, like especially with the clear, like the base, it doesn't get that, you don't have that huge cloud when you spray with base. But with clear, like before, if you check my old video, you can just see the mist just lingering around in the air. And with this fan, it was like, after I finished spraying, maybe 10 seconds later, that mist was gone. Where in the past, you know, it just lingered in the air. It was in here for quite a while. So man, I'm excited about this. So we're definitely gonna spray this whole car here at the house. Kim's gonna be happy. Tell me what you guys think. Is this a winner? I'm excited. Tell a couple of people about the channel. Make sure you hit the bell button because tomorrow I'm going to start painting this whole side. Like I did this one already, but I'm gonna do this whole side. I'm actually gonna do the whole car. So I'm actually gonna back the car out and I'm gonna start sanding tonight, which is gonna be one video. And then after I get everything sanded, we're gonna spray the bumpers over at the other house, but we're gonna spray on the other side, on this side, fender, door. I already sprayed the rear quarter, but the other side, we're spraying everything. So, and I'm gonna do the deck lid also. So make sure you subscribe, and if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you know, I'll try my best to describe what I'm doing, supplies, and I'm a real big fan of this turbine sprayer, you know, this little thing over here. But follow along, this is pretty great. And like I say, I know in my last video I was talking about not having any orange peel. This has absolutely no orange peel to it. Real quick, big shout out to the channel sponsor, Gears Autoworks. My man Greg was telling me I had some fast hardener that I was using and I didn't have my fan open all the way. I use a medium hardener, and I increased the fan, and I made a huge difference on this piece. So, hey, hang around and follow me on this journey. So until next time, I appreciate you and God bless.